Virginia has now played 32 games this year, went into the season unranked, took them a while again to the top 25, and here they stand, the #1 team in college basketball, and one of two teams remaining in this ACC tournament here in Brooklyn. We entered with 15, and we're down to Virginia and North Carolina. Cavaliers are going to be going for their third ACC title ever, and a big reason for it all year has been that pack line defense. And I've said this over and over again. In a college basketball season that's been so filled with uncertainty, top 25 teams going down left and right, no one's been safe. From the top to the bottom, Villanova was #1 for most of this year, and they have suffered brutal losses left and right. And here's Virginia playing in maybe the hardest conference in the country, and they are just getting it done night in and night out. The defense has been brutally consistent again here. They've done it twice in this tournament, and they've done it all year long. They go on these 8 to 10 minute stretches where they limit their opponent to just over 1 possession per minute and completely shut them off the scoring board. They might give up free throws here or there, but they completely take buckets out of the question. That defense is amazing to watch. They double in just the right places. Brownell called it their length, their athleticism inside is amazing. Isaiah Wilkins, the intensity he showed as they're going on the 19-3 run in the second quarter, limiting Clemson to 0 makes in the final, nearly second half of the first half, final 10 minutes. He's getting mad at the foul in the corner. That's the one thing they gave up over 9 minutes, 10 minutes, an incredible run. All they give up is this foul in the corner, and he slammed the ball, yelled an F-bomb. This group's on some kind of consistent tear, and Tony Bennett said after the game, you can't always count on defense coming in and night out. That's a common perception among basketball fans, media, that if you have a great defense, it's going to come in and persist game in game. He said to start this one, he didn't feel like the defense was that great, and they slowly went into that intensity as the game on, and it completely took this over to end the first half. Gave Virginia the double-digit boost it would need for much of this game. Jack Salt was on the podium after the game. Their center had some great screens in the second half that floored guys right into the ground, and he had some key buckets too. He said as they were chanting his name going off, they probably didn't realize or didn't expect him to score as much as he did in this one. So Virginia is on to the ACC championship game where they will see North Carolina, one of the best offenses in the country, versus one of the best defenses of the Ken Palm era. Back to 2002, they have tracked defenses, points per 100, adjusted to the pace that their opponents are playing at. They give up under 85 points per 100 possessions, limiting possessions. I think Clemson had to have 14 possessions over that 9:33 stretch. So once they're able to kill these possessions down, it is so hard to overcome a deficit against them. Clemson ended up making it as close as 6 in the second half, but never got any closer than that. They bent, but didn't break yet again, and their brutal consistency is going to try to swing forward into tomorrow night for an ACC championship and surge them into March Madness, where they are an undoubted 1 seed. In a season where so many teams have shown flaws, so many teams have shown weaknesses that have undermined their top 25 status, Virginia has stood alone as the best team in the country, and now they have to defend that tomorrow night to win the ACC and then move on to March to win the national championship. They have big challenges ahead, but that defense has not let up yet, and they certainly haven't here in Brooklyn. We will see you tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. National championship game tips off. We will also talk to Sam Bloom, Virginia beat reporter, and try to get inside this pack line defense that they run and see why it is so brutally consistent. By the way, we just talked to Coach K after the Duke game. He said it's the coaching job you dream of, what Tony Bennett's done this year. So that's that for tonight. We will see you tomorrow. Bobby Manning, CLNS Media. Good night.